Chickens love to scratch, dig. They'll decimate any grass that you put them on. They'll pretty much clean an area pretty quick. One thing that some people will do when they're prepping for their garden is they'll actually put chickens there on the ground where they're going to put their garden and basically let the chickens do all the work. They'll scratch, pull up the weeds, kind of cultivate the dirt for them, and then you come right in behind them, plant your garden. These chickens here, we just raise them basically for the eggs. These are not chickens that we plan on eating. It's not really the breed that we prefer to eat. If we were going to raise chickens to eat, we would raise a broiler chicken, and they're pretty much designed just for their meat. These chickens here, we just got them for eggs, so we get almost an egg a day per chicken. Not quite, almost. And these chickens lay brown eggs. Something else, how do you handle the eggs? This is something that I can go into a lot more detail in another video because there's a lot of information just on that alone. But basically, this is what I do. This is what I've picked up along the way, and this is a safe way to handle this. Basically, if there's an egg that's been outside more than 12 hours, I dispose of it. It's not worth taking a chance that bacteria or something hasn't the shell hasn't been compromised. So if I just happen to miss an egg, maybe sometimes chickens don't lay eggs in the nest where they're supposed to be, and you might find one out somewhere in the corner hidden under something. I get rid of them. I'm not taking a chance on a 3-cent egg, somebody getting sick. So basically, if I don't find the egg that day, and I know pretty closely how many eggs we're supposed to get per day. You don't always get that. Some days you may be a little short. There's a few days where we might not get but 3 eggs, and that's just how it happens, for whatever reason. But I have before found that we'd go a couple days and there'd be no eggs. They're not going to really skip days. Occasionally they do, but for the most part, if you're not finding eggs, they're somewhere. And I ended up finding about 18 eggs hidden somewhere in the corner. And I had to throw them all away because I just wasn't sure how long had they been laying there. Did they get rained on? Did the coating get washed off? Bacteria get soaked into the egg? All kinds of things. And so I threw them away. Something else, the eggs come naturally with a coating on the outside which protects the egg. Eggshell is porous, so it will soak up stuff that's on the outside. If there wasn't a coating on the outside of it, we probably couldn't eat eggs because there's all kinds of bacteria, if you can imagine, in chicken manure, and you couldn't have that soaking into the egg. So there's a natural coating that's on the outside of these eggs. So if you find an egg that's been laying outside, you just don't know, has that coating been compromised, and is there bacteria now inside the egg, make somebody sick. So the safe bet is to always err on the side of caution. Throw it away. It's not worth it. So every day when I go out and I get eggs, and I'll bring my eggs and I'll put them in the house on the counter, have a basket in there where I keep all the fresh eggs, and they'll last there on the counter. You can leave them there as long as they're clean. I prefer to wash them and keep them in the refrigerator. So the process of washing, it's really not that hard. You want to use hot water. pretty hot as you can stand. And what I'll do is I'll take a little antibacterial soap, just the regular soap you would have at your sink. You want to make sure that it is fragrance free, because eggshells are porous and you don't want some kind of fragrance or scent absorbing into the egg and kind of tainting the taste of it. Plus, I mean, nobody wants to eat that. So you want to use antibacterial soap that doesn't have a scent. They actually make egg wash that you can buy, but just some liquid hand soap does just fine. Basically just take some of that in your hand with the hot water, and I just kind of rub it around the egg, kind of lather it up a little bit, and then you just rinse it off. You rinse it off, and I'll lay them on a towel and I'll dry them off real quick, get them good and dry. Like I said, the eggshell is porous, so it will soak up, and with washing it, you've now washed off the coating that's on the outside. So that's why I like to dry them. I don't want it soaking up, just soaking up water that I just washed it in. So dry them off really good, and then I'll put them in a carton or whatever, if you've got a little tray or something, you can put them in the refrigerator there. But once you wash them, they have to be refrigerated, because like I said before, you've washed the coating off, and that coating is what protects the egg. With that coating gone, now bacteria can actually soak into the egg, so you definitely want to keep them refrigerated after that.